morning and happy Saturday everyone. It is currently 9:15 and if you don't follow me on Snapchat and you haven't seen my snaps from yesterday, I decided to take a day of vlogging. I will not talk in too much depth about why, but basically the results of the referendum really affected me and I just couldn't think of anything else, and I want to keep those vlogs non-political and non-religious if I can, because I like to respect as much as possible people's opinion and I don't want my own opinion to come in the way, if that makes sense. I would sometimes voice my opinion about things. Obviously I would have wanted the UK to stay, but I don't want to make people feel bad if they feel different, or you know, I don't think it's the right place to do it. Anyway, so moving on, we're gonna have a cozy weekend. It's been a very tough week for all of us for loads of different reasons, but it's just been a long week. It's been tough, so we are just going to take care of ourselves this weekend and have a cozy weekend in. And James bought some new DVDs, so we are about to watch The Cat Returns all together. And yeah, I have actually not seen that one before. We all love Studio Ghibli movies and we've seen most of them, but this one is one of the ones I haven't seen. So yeah. Are you excited about the movie, Owen?
But in a while it might be out in the cinema.
Oh no, it was out in the cinema a while back.
What?
It goes in the cinema first and then it comes out on DVD. That's already been in the cinema a while ago. Okay? Alright? Owen is still half naked. I'm sorry about the half naked child at the moment. He gets very uncomfortable when he's too warm, and then he was not well the last few days, so yeah. But today we're gonna have to get dressed again, okay? Hold on, wait, we need to wait for Daddy. James is making me a coffee, so I'm probably gonna edit some, well, not edit, create some new little stickers while I am watching this. It's very rare that I can just sit and watch TV. I always kind of do something else at the same time. I don't know, I just, unless it's the movie, like it's in the evening and we're just watching a movie, you know. Yeah, but yeah. So, and there's a James and a baby over there with my coffee. So it's now 3 o'clock. We watched the movie this morning. I've been working a lot on the stickers and James has been having a nap. Owen played a lot and he had a nap too. The boys are getting a little bit, I mean, we didn't go out that much this week because Owen was sick. So they are getting a bit too crazy. They basically need to get out, spend some energy. The weather is not that great. So James is going to bring them to the local library to pick some books, and after that there's a playground right beside it, so he's going to bring them there. I am going to leave him my camera. Cannot guarantee there will be much footage, cannot guarantee you the content, but James is going to be doing a bit of the vlogging there. If there's nothing, it's probably that something didn't go to plan, but I'm going to give him my camera now. When I have a mission for you while you go out with Daddy.
What?
You need to remind Daddy that he is in charge of the vlog. He has to do the vlog whenever you're outside. Can you make sure he does?
Yeah.
To kind of give Julia a break and the opportunity to do some work, where are we going to go, Owen?
To the library, because that was my daddy's good idea.
Yeah, and there's a playground beside. We'll probably spend some time there using up all the boys' spare energy.
Yeah. And we were playing a game called Superhero, even there's a version of it, where there's a shape of the count of it, but with glass wings and with arm attached to it, but it's but with a picture of a fly on it.
It's actually really difficult to control the camera facing backwards.
Yeah.
Owen, can you guess who has literally not stopped talking for more than 5 seconds since we left the house?
Me.
Sometimes it's nice to have peace and quiet, but we're at the library now, so you're going to have to be quiet when we're inside.
Yep.
You gonna be a good boy?
Can we just coconuts out?
Okay. We can talk, yes, but no shouting, no run around, no playing.
What?
We've finished at the library and the playground. We had a last minute dash round because Owen said he needed to go to the toilet, but because it's 4:15, the library's closed, the community centre's closed, and the leisure centre there is closed as well. We all close at 4 now on Saturdays. When I was young they might close at 6 or 9. I think over the last few years the council has been trying to run them down so they can close them without too much complaint, but we're on our way home now.
Yep. So I can go to the toilet.
So it's just after midnight and I have been working non-stop today. It's been a bit crazy. I'm going to show you a quick look about some of the things I've done by showing you the inside of my planner. Normally now it's not finished. Some of the stuff I thought I would use some of the pages to stick the stickers to make sure everything fits, and unfortunately some of them are not. I don't know if I've changed the size, if I measured it wrong to start with, but basically some of them don't fit where I intend them to fit, so I'm gonna have to alter them tomorrow. But that's the reason why I am not starting before September, because I want to have everything perfect. But I'm going to show, it will give you a better idea basically of what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you now. This is the stuff penciled in, but this is how the planner looks, you know, when there's nothing on. And this is a bit of the personalization so far. These boxes there I had made to fit under there, but they are too tall. I don't know what I've done, really don't know, so I will put one there. Yeah, I don't know what I've done, but it will still give you a good idea of what you can do with those things every day. And there's a lot more like stickers like this too. I've written what I had already scheduled, but stuff add on. There's bigger boxes like this to write in. Then these are used up. These boxes will be resized. Things like for appointments that cancelled or rescheduled, little me checklists, more checklists. It's up to everybody then to really lay it out the way they want, but this is a weekly kit, so there will be enough to do a week and more, but this is a little idea there. The ones I showed you are the matte version, but there is also a glossy version which I prefer a lot. I just find the colors a lot brighter on that. But yeah, this is one full kit and glossy. And then I have printed like one matte and glossy version of each of the little sticker sheets that I've made as well. So yeah, it's coming along great. You know, all that work I was doing that I couldn't show you anything yet, it is really getting there. I'm now gonna head to bed, and I will just correct my mistakes and all that tomorrow. And yeah, once I have that first full kit done, it's just a matter of changing like all the prints on it, but the main, like the skeleton of it is done if you want, and it's a lot easier. So that's taking a lot, even if it doesn't look like a lot and it looks like squares and all. There's a lot of layers that you don't see anymore once it's done. And yeah, so once I have that skeleton worked out, then it will just be a matter of coloring it with different patterns, so that will be a bit more fun and take not as much time. Anyway, as you can see, I'm wrecked. It's very late. I'm gonna head to bed. I hope you had a lovely day, and I will see you tomorrow for another vlog. Bye. It's been an hour I've been trying to film this clip, and I keep starting again because it starts to get too long. It's Sunday, it's 4 o'clock, and it's just to let you know that there will not be a vlog today. This is just a little clip to explain to you why. Trying not to go into too much detail and starting a political debate. I have been extremely affected by the results of the referendum in different ways. First, I was in shock, as you've seen on my Snapchat videos if you are following me, and I feel like my identity as a European immigrant living in the UK has taken a knock, and this is what I struggle with the most. And I feel like my future in this country is quite uncertain, because until some negotiations have happened with the rest of the EU leaders, I don't know exactly what my status would be here and what I would be entitled to or not, and based on that then I will have to make a decision of whether I want to stay here or not. That would involve also my whole family, obviously. But this is not what this is about. There's a reason why I feel like I don't want to vlog today. And this reason is I want to kind of hide away from all the hate that is being spread on social media and around all the time. You know, I feel like it's floating in the air constantly at the moment. So this weekend I've decided to just stay away from social media, do things that make me feel good, like watching things, like watching cartoons with the boys, with James too, and focus on creating more stickers, and you know, kind of I almost feel like I've retreated. It's my mommy bear instinct. I've retreated to my cave, basically, to hide away from all the hate, because that hate is starting to affect me so much that I am getting physically sick from it, in the form of my lovely psoriasis that has now spread to a big chunk of my belly. It started a few weeks ago and I got it under control, and on Friday, after the whole thing started, it started to flare up massively. And I know stress will not help it, and I need to calm down about it, and to protect myself as well from being hurt by some people and by things I read. I do feel like the hate is coming from both sides equally and is not justified, and I felt it important to do this message because I wanted to put a message across without judging anybody and without making any side feel bad about anything. The results have happened, and if you're not happy with it, I get it, because I'm not happy with it either. But this was a vote, and people have decided, I've made this decision, and whether you like it or not, we don't have a choice but like getting on with it. And I feel like what would be more productive right now, instead of hating everybody, is to see how, with this situation, we can all try and find the best way to make it work. I think that would be the best thing. I am hoping that all this hate is a way for people to react, to process what's happening. As in, my way of processing things is to kind of remove myself from a lot of things in general, and retreat to my cave and focus on other things while it processes in my head in the background. But I do feel like a lot of people need to scream their rage online to process it, which is fair enough. But if you are one of these people, please remember that on the other side of the screen there are real people with real feelings, and you might have a very damaging effect on them. So this is all I'm going to say about it. Basically, don't hate each other, be nice. And if you don't understand the reasons why people have made one or the other decision, instead of hating them straight away, at least try and understand and try and have a conversation and try and see things from a different angle, because sometimes you may be surprised that what you automatically assumed was the reason why they would vote such a thing is actually not exactly that. Maybe they hesitated until the last minute, and maybe there was more, they didn't agree with everything that was going to happen, either one way or another. Just try and be, I don't know, maybe I'm living in some kind of ideal world and in my head and all that, but I want to believe that something is going to work out some way. And I don't want to see people, I don't want to see a country which I actually really like. I've chosen to come and live here. It's not, you know, if I hated this country I would never have done that. I chose to come and live here, and I actually love the diversity of this country. I love the mix of all the different backgrounds, and I love this. And I feel like right now all this is kind of disappearing and under a big massive, do you know in those cartoons whenever people fight and it's like a big cloud of smoke where you can see like legs and arms sticking out? Do you know that? If you don't, I'm sorry. It's kind of the only way I can picture this. I feel like all this lovely melting pot is has a big massive giant cloud like that with just arms and legs sticking out, and you don't even see how rich this country can be. And yeah, basically that's my thought. So I am now going to go and watch Pretty Little Liars on my couch with a blanket and while doing some little stickers, because that's what makes me happy. And in the background of my head, all my thoughts are processing in the meantime. But yeah, I just don't want them to be disturbed by a lot of hate. I will, once I have processed everything and I have all the elements I need, I will make a decision myself on the situation. But for now, and probably for the next few years, it's impossible. So I will focus on trying to make the best out of life as it is, as I've always done. So that's it. This was the philosophical talk of the moment, and it looks like after 11 takes I did it. I managed to explain my thoughts. So yeah, be nice to each other, please. Don't hate each other. Try and to agree to disagree sometimes. It doesn't hurt. And I hope you've had a lovely day, and sorry about the whole messed up vlogs at the moment. I don't want to make excuses. This is exactly why I'm not going to vlog today. So here you have it, keeping it real once again. So I'll see you tomorrow for another vlog, and in the meantime, bye.